Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm the Average Fan and today I will be listening to California by blink-182. So this was the first album without Tom DeLonge, which is essential to the band for me. But I have to admit, I was really happy to hear that there's an album coming by blink-182, even though Tom was out. Maybe especially because of that, because I was so frustrated back then. The last album came out 2011. We had a 5 songs EP, Dogs Eating Dogs, and then there was an interview. I don't know if it was with Tom or with Mark. It said that they wanted to rent a house again to record and compose the new record in. And like a month later or so, there were the news that Tom is out again. Because of that, I was so frustrated. The last album was 4 years ago and still nothing new yet. And yeah, I was happy to read that they chose to continue with the band and not the end of Blink again. And yeah, that was cool, but I was still frustrated. But then I heard that John Feldman would produce the new album, which I found very cool because I loved Goldfinger. And the only thing I knew is that I read it and I was like, huh, that's the lead singer of Goldfinger. Wow, that's cool, man. I love Goldfinger. Oh, he's a punk guy and stuff like that. And then, yeah, the album came and I think that's all I wanted to say. Let's dive into California.
There's a cynical feeling saying
and I should give up. Funny little story. The first time I heard California, I had a release party with my best friend. I still lived with my parents. We wanted to listen to this album loud, but my father had to work the day after. So we ended up listening to that album in my Ford car. I don't know if that's a model that you know where you live, but yeah, we listened in my car and it was pretty cool. I've never forgotten it. And I think the intro song is pretty awesome that they started so quiet. We haven't had a song like that before.
what's the point of saying sorry now?
Still love it. It's my voice while fighting my way up. I was so happy to finally have a production again with punch. I was so happy to finally have a distorted guitar again and everything. But I have to admit, the guitar tone is like a little bit special and the volume or the separation could be better. I always wanted to compare it to Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, where it was perfect. It was so fisting in your ears, man. Oh yeah, the first single, of course. Man, I remember lying in my bed with headphones listening to that song. I had like goosebumps and my eyes tearing up because the sound was so punchy and so good. And okay, the verses sounded a little bit like Plus 44, but then it came to the bridge and I was like, oh my god, this is so Blinkish. Because I did not know what to expect without Tom, you know? But I remember the first time I listened to the song, I was like, where's the other person? Where's this Matt? Where's Matt? Because I hadn't figured out that he was singing the first chorus. I still think the dynamics between Mark and Matt are not nearly as good as Mark and Tom. In the verses, I noticed that it was Mark singing, but I think it took me some time. A lot of people criticized that the sound is too sterile, and I get it. But compared to One More Time, I think the drums sound more natural than on Anthem Part 3. On Anthem Part 3 it sounds like programmed drums, and those, yeah, they are very clean and I bet they are kind of triggered, but I think the overall sound, the overall mix is way cleaner. Nothing hurts my ears. Yes, it is pretty popish and clean and could use some use some grit. I wouldn't say it needs some more character. I think the sound is pretty characteristic, or was characteristic. When the album came out, I was like, okay, I haven't heard a sound like that. But then after California came out, John Feldmann used his new presets on like 10 other album releases, and that just kind of destroyed the album for me. I need an album to be, the sound of an album should be as unique as the songs. That everything is melted together kind of thing. Life is too short to last long. There's the beat from the beginning. Here the guitar isn't that punchy, but it's there. Wow. Yeah, I think all that is way too long, and yeah, I don't think they should have shortened it a little bit. The C part and everything, it feels a little glued together. When I heard this one, I was like, oh yeah, this is so Blink. It kind of sounds like a little bit like Mutt, but slower. No, I'm not alright. I think it's a pretty cool song, but I hate this pre-chorus today. It's It's repetitive as hell. Really, back then I had no problem with all the whoas, but after listening over and over again, it started to get annoying. And every song like, whoa, come on. The thing is, as I told you, I can't say much about lyrics, and I know that a lot of criticism is around for California in lyric-wise, that it is like lazy lyric writing, you know. John Feldmann told Mark that he should go into the studio and not think about it, just write like 10 songs and write down lyrics, write it down, don't think too much about it. I know why he said that, maybe to generate a lot of outcome, but yeah, you're missing something when you rush things. Sometimes overthinking can be good, kind of. I'm in deep with this girl, but she's out of her mind. Whoa. She said, babe, I'm sorry, but I'm crazy tonight. Black shirt, black skirt, and dollhouse stuck in her head. There's a little riff in the end, but I would have loved if they just mixed those kind of things louder, because Tom was missing. So please give me every little riff that is no power chord. Give it louder to me, because California, of course, was kind of missing the Tom DeLonge riffs. I know they analyzed everything that made Blink big and what made Blink. And they did it pretty good, but you cannot write a riff, or it's not easy to write a Tom DeLonge riff. And yeah, I think those riffs are really missing on California. All right, next song, pretty special, Los Angeles. Yeah, this was maybe the first song on the album where you could hear that they're going in a more modern direction and different style, but I like that song. I really still do. Los Angeles, when will you save me, Los Angeles? Blink should maybe consider recording the next album with John again, because the mix between Travis and John could be pretty cool, I think. Because the only thing that I did not like about One More Time is the mix or the production, whatever. And Travis could bring some cool arrangement ideas to the table and some creative stuff. And John, from his side, or his view on the songs and the production and the mixing, could be on the John side. I know John isn't mixing all the songs, but just the John side, because he knows what he's doing there. Also pretty repetitive, of course. Oh man, what a dark ending. I also did an acoustic cover back then of that song. You know what to do. I know that song is hated so much. You hear the snare going. Bong, bong. I liked it. I like that song. Maybe it's because I don't pay attention to lyrics that much. Yeah, that's good when you're German. Shakers. They tried to do some ding ding ding, some tom riffs, but every tom riff is the same ding ding ding, gong gong ding, gong gong ding, gong gong ding. You notice that? I also think the bass tone on that record is pretty awesome. It's better than on Neighborhoods and it's better than on Dogs Eating Dogs. I cannot hear it on Dogs Eating Dogs actually. And on the new album, the bass tone is pretty cool, but I can't hear it I can't hear the bass on all the songs. I think it is also okay on Neighborhoods, but I'm still not able to hear it that good. And I'm pretty good, I can hear it pretty good on California on pretty much all the songs because the mix is very good separation. It's good separated. Na 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 na. I still think the feeling of that song is pretty cool. It's like chilled, like feel good. But I think when the song is criticized that much, it's mostly because of the lyrics. Sorry.
I wanna see some naked dudes. That's why I built this pool. Is that really it?
Yes, it is. What can I say about that? I found it pretty funny back then. Dum dum dee, dum dum dee, dum dum dee, dum dum dee. She said. The drums are awesome on this one, but besides that, there isn't much interesting stuff going on. Vocals are pretty drawn out, like pretty like long.
You know, I think about it. And they don't care about you.
Back then I thought the chorus, and today still, is pretty cool. Pretty characteristic. No future! She said it's too late to try. Matt clearly tried to sound a little bit more like Tom with this whiny thing. He puts like this whininess in his voice because on Alkaline Trios where he's way more very more like deeper. Hands down, he tried everything he could to fit perfectly into Blink. Props. Na 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 na. This part, not for me, man. And this one guitar is like the Offspring. Reminds me of the Kids Are Not Right. This na 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 na's work on all the small things, but in this case, it's just a chorus without words. Where'd you go? Whiny. Flying there. Did you go? Did you go? Oh. What I can hear, the drums aren't like perfectly quantized. And that is awesome because the sound is already pretty like clean and maybe triggered, so it's cool that they left some feeling in there, some real Travis feeling. On an Anthem Part 3, everything is like too clean and polished. Na 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 na. Not necessary, that part, really. Song could be shorter and you like just cut it off. Cut it off. But actually cool song, but I haven't listened to it in a while because of it's too long and repetitive with the na 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 na. It's just a chorus with na na nas. I like that song. It sounds like no other song we had before, so pretty cool. And acoustic, we haven't had that much of acoustic songs. Sound choice with the acoustic guitar is pretty interesting. It sounds a little sharp, a little over polished, hard, pretty hard. But a nice chorus. When I listened to that and with my best friend in the car, we both looked at each other and we were this is so Blink. We can both imagine Tom singing that chorus instead of Matt. It's really cool harmonies.
but not enough to slow you down. I wish that we could save today, but I know we can stay the same. And I keep pushing you away.
I love these harmonies, man. I kind of enjoy that record still. It died for me like for the last years because there were too many releases with the exact same sound like California, and that destroyed the uniqueness of the album.
But I know we can stay the same, and I keep pushing you away. Don't wait for me, don't wait for me. I wish that we could save today.
Travis posted a lot of clips back then of him recording drums, just as with One More Time. I remember him posting that. Home is such a lonely place.
Home is such a lonely
Cool song. Haven't listened to it in a while. Characteristic as hell. And I loved that they were going like very minimalistic for this one. Reminded me of Give Me One Good Reason, where the drums are playing against the guitar. Yeah, that's kind of like that.
It's Friday night, let's lose our minds in a downward spiral. Here we go, 'cause we got no control.
The bass tone in there. Holy crap. Wow.
We are the kings of the weekend.
I would say it's the second best bass tone Mark ever had on any record after Take Off a Pants Jacket. When I'm hearing this little part where I really can hear the bass, it's just a great bass tone, man. Why I loved that album so much is that it was like a finally a classic pop-punk Blink album again. And plus, it came out in spring, which was awesome because all the Blink stuff is always coming out in like fall, winter, and it's such a summer band for me. Of course, the Untitled record wasn't that summer happy, so it fitted into fall, into autumn. I like that kind of riff. It's a little like boxcar vibe. I loved how they included stuff like that, and they really analyzed Blink. Great, Phil.
In a downward spiral, here we go, 'cause we got no control. Until Monday morning strikes again.
I mean, it's like a boxcar riff, but little cheaper. Like, but I get the illusion. And again, that octave singing that I don't like anymore. Like, wanna send me on the Friday night.
Na 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 na. Run away, let's go and waste another year.
I don't care too much about that song. Did not grow on me over the years. Love the claps. That's cool production choice.
Teenage satellite.
Yeah, no. I don't hate like any song on this album. I mean, it had a Grammy nomination. That says it all. If I had to pick one song that I don't like as much, it's Teenage Satellites. And again, great bass tone. That mix is missing something. I don't know what it is, but at least that mix had mids. I hate about newer productions, it's out to have mid frequencies, which sucks because in guitar music it's essential to have the mids for the guitar, and because of that maybe the sound of One More Time is like, it feels like it has a hole in the frequency spectrum. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that song. Just doesn't speak to me. Maybe even the worst one, which doesn't mean it's bad, but yeah, not for me. I mean, I'm just telling you what's on my mind. A lot of people wrote comments under Neighborhoods, which I titled the worst blink-182 album, because it maybe is for me, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad album. Just my opinion, you know. And I try to explain to you why I think this or that stuff about the songs. Crazy synth, cool bass tone with like, what is it, flanger chorus? I have really always had my problems to keep chorus, flanger and phaser apart. I don't know why, but it's pretty hard. It's always pretty much the same. The chorus is pretty cool with the harmonies.
Left alone, we're only halfway home. Sink like stones, falling to the unknown.
I also did an acoustic cover of that one, and of No Future, and of Bored to Death, and of Cynical. Cynical really was well received by the community here. That song is okay. I like it because of the chorus and the harmonies, but it's with Teenage Satellites and somewhere in there for me. I'm really, really excited on the direction Blink is going now. I know we just had an album, but of course, as a big fan, I cannot wait to hear and see where they're going with the next album. Who's producing it? Will it be Travis again? I don't think they will go to John again, which I would kind of like the combination. I always loved just drums and vocal harmony choruses. Awesome. Left alone to wonder. We're left alone. Yeah, and again, whoa, whoa.
Dear head,
this was it the second single that premiered on a radio station? And I did not like it when I first heard it. And I still think it's one of the weaker songs. And it always felt like they wanted to put a curse word anywhere on the album so they could put the explicit thing on the album, because this I won't fall down that fucking rabbit. It just felt like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it.
with you again.
Cool harmony. On fire. I like Matt's parts here way more than I Mark's parts. It would have been better if just Matt sang it, but there's not a single song that just Matt is singing, of course. But there's something on this song that I like. I will show you when we get there.
With you.
Man, they really started with this repetitive stuff back then, which I'm not a fan of. Best part.
Down that fucking rabbit hole. Whoa.
The best whoa part ever. I feel it. I like the room. Awesome. It's the best part of the song. Okay, what's next? California? Oh, San Diego, of course. Yeah, a song with volume dynamics. And again, ding 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 ding.
I can't sleep.
What if a dream of
Going back to San Diego. Bought a one-way ticket so we can go see
The Cure and listen to my favorite songs in the parking lot and think of every person I ever loved in San Diego.
Late at night I call your name.
I really don't pay attention that much to lyrics, but I kind of see why everyone thought it is about Tom. San Diego, late at night I call your name.
Cause what if I dream of going back to San Diego? Be the Cure and listen to our favorite songs in the
What the heck happened?
Think of every person I
It skipped. I ripped the CD. Yeah, there was a mistake in there. Oh, come on. Come on, not on that song. No! Are you kidding me? Oh no. Wow. I hate this. How in the hell? I haven't listened to that CD that often. Man, that sucks. Maybe it was just a mistake of the disk drive. That kind of destroyed the song for me now. Man. I have the signed CD here, the artwork, the cardboard. It's signed by Matt, Mark, and Travis. After that song, I'm going to get the CD and show it to you. Oh man, it's... Yeah, thank you for nothing. I think if that continues, I have to switch to Spotify. So there it is. Yeah, this is it. So the only thing that matters, please don't skip again. Sorry, my mic was far away. I always thought this was the most Enema of the State song on California. Yeah, Don't Leave Me style. It's solid. I don't care too much about that song, but it's cool. It's okay. You're the only thing I never learned. Oh, come on. No, fuck off. Fuck off, man. No. So, again. What the hell, man? I mean, it's a straightforward pop-punk song. I like the twist here with the drums. You can still feel that the drums are not quantized. It drags sometimes, and yeah, I like that, man. Give us some real human playing there. You're the only thing that never let go. You're the only thing I feel. Ooh, another riff then. Ding dong ding dong dong ding. Pretty cool. Pretty long ending. It's one of the least listened to songs of the album. Built This Pool, of course. Yeah, but after Bohemian Rhapsody, California. Beige little boxes in a row. Can't you see I'm doing fine? It's what I've always wanted. I enjoyed that song. I enjoyed the whole record back then when we listened to that in the car. It was a cool event because we were kind of forced to listen to the album in the car, but that made it special and created some memories for that album for me. Living in the perfect weather, spending time inside together. Cool harmonies. The programmed drums are a little weird, but okay. They fit okay. I'm thinking about what I should do next when I'm through with all the Blink and Ava and Boxcar Racer stuff. I'm maybe doing albums that influenced me and had a huge impact on my life, like maybe stuff like Limp Bizkit, Chocolate Starfish, or maybe Sum 41, The Offspring. Let me know in the comments what I should listen to next, if you're interested in that. Na, 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 na. Whoa. I enjoyed that album. It really created some memories of me driving around with my car back then, before I moved to Cologne. You don't need a car here. That song is so cool. Why is it that short, man? They should have done a real song out of it. There's something about you that I can't quite put my finger in. That's it. That was California, not Deluxe. Yeah, what can I say to sum this? I think it's a good album. It had a Grammy nomination. John Feldman created a new sound, which he later, unfortunately, used for like all his projects. That sucked. I know a lot of fans out there hate California because, I don't know, Blink, Tom isn't in there. Yeah, and I kind of get it. They should have maybe started another band, another name. I don't know, man. I feel that the need of Travis and especially Mark to continue with Blink because it's what they love. It's their baby, you know, and Tom quitting the second time just sucks. And if I was them, I would have done just the same. I would go like, yo, you man, I continue with Blink. If you don't like Blink, I continue with it. That's just what he said in the Zane Lowe interview. Yeah, I feel it. I feel him. So I think it's a great pop punk album, a great summer tune, a summer album, but kind of taken away from its originality because an overused sound later on different albums. Go check out my video of my favorite John Feldmann productions. I talked about in there about California and John using the same sound, and yeah. But that's it. What do you think of the first album without Tom DeLonge, the first Blink album without Tom DeLonge? Crazy times, but yeah. I was happy to get an album finally, and I felt it. I felt it was cool, and I still think it's pretty solid. If you don't want to miss me sitting there commenting on music, make sure to subscribe, leave a thumb, leave a comment. You help me very much with it. The algorithm will know that some people care about my videos. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm out of here. I'm the Average Fan. See you in the next one.